Alright, all praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Alright, once again, alright, it's going to be another sit down. Alright, it's called Right Around the Corner. Alright, because, like, as you should know, like, within, like, the past, like, a week or so, there's been, like, certain, like, events, alright, that are, like, bringing about, alright, the end, basically. Alright, a lot of prophecies are about to be fulfilled because, yeah, earlier yesterday morning, like Barack Obama, like he came back from Poland, like he was at some sort of like NATO summit or whatever. All right, but he came back like so-called because of like all the like killings of like our people, but like, and also those like 5 cops that were put to death and all that. All right, but alright, these are some of the things that like they want to happen, like so they can bring in that martial law. They can bring that in that gun control. Alright, Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. Alright, so alright, that's what real prophets are talking about. Alright, not like like just like sticking sticking to the most important issues, like in most important issues in like in the volume of the book. Right, not nitpicking about like the law, not nitpicking about like not someone not having like fringes on their t-shirt or any of that like bullshit, or like how to like treat your wife, or throwing a pizza party for like all the children in your congregation and putting it on like camera and all that. Alright, that's not that's not like the duty of a prophet. Alright, the prophets are here to tell you the cold hard facts. Alright, just like beyond the basics. Alright, mainly about the prophecy, the chip, the missiles. Alright, those things are like right around the corner. Alright, and that's gonna be the Lord willing, the name of this video, right around the corner. Alright, Proverbs. Proverbs 1:20. Wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voice in the streets. Alright, now, like the main thing, like we do studio shows and all that. Alright, but alright, the main like foolproof of our ministry is going out on the highways and byways, alright, and actually talking to like real life people, alright, actually dealing with like real life scoffers one on one, like alright, and not alright, doing that at least like every single week, alright, not taking the winters off, alright, and then coming back in the spring, alright, and pretending like alright, just like putting on this charade like you're like this super duper like hardcore like Israelite. Alright, you're all tough, you got all these like muscles and shit, but or you can't come out in the cold. Right, out of all those you know which camp I'm talking, although out of all those like fancy like super duper garments, like you can't come out with like you can't like have like some sort of garment that's like weather resistant out of all that fancy shit you have. Alright, but anyway, we're gonna continue. Alright, so like I just got back from like a graveyard shift, but you know, like this is like impromptu, but it's It has to be done. Alright, verse 21. She crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates. In the city she uttereth her voice, saying, How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Alright, now I just got off and I work in like a part of like the city. Like it gets like really like busy, like with all these people just walking back and forth. Alright, all partying, like all these fucking like, for lack of a better, these fucking like sluts walking around, with their fucking like beer guts showing and their stilettos and all that. Alright, and just like it's like walking around getting drunk, high. Alright, not like being like conscious of like the times we're living in. Alright, now like a lot of people like in and outside of like the 12 tribes are like waking up, right, knowing about the chip and everything, but still on a vast scale there's just like a lot of stupid people out there. Alright, and that's part of prophecy. Alright, the Most High set it up that way. Alright, how long? Alright. She crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates. In the city she uttereth her word, saying, How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Alright, another point I wanted to make was like a lot of these people outside of like the apostles and all that, they come up with like all their like scoffing and scorning. Alright, they always talk about like GMS is doing it the wrong way. Alright, but they don't show you the right way. Like like Haitian Beast or Haitian Priest. Like I wonder if he teaches like what tribe he actually comes from, because he's not calling himself like a Levite. Alright, so you can see that alright, it's just like a sieve, like all that knowledge is like oozing out of him. Like the last like edification he ever did was like something about like the black woman and how like disgusting she is, which like but with all these like scoffers, like 99 out of 1% like of other videos are just scoffing against like against GMS. Like what is it? Hard Rock, like Truth or whatever. Like the only like edifying video I ever that he's done so far was are about how like the 12 tribes sign was like sound doctrine. Right, that's the only edification he has on his site. Everything else is against GMS. Alright, and alright, a lot of them, they're like what I like to call like PowerPoint prophets. Like like they just have like some fucking like fancy music, alright, and just like dialogue, like presented in like it's some sort of like creative writing project or some shit, and not actually just going out in the elements, going out like in the public, alright, and making it known like what you stand for. Alright, so alright, that's what real men do, that like stand for something. Like they make it known, like they show their face, alright, and they tell you what they're about. Alright, and there's mainly like one group of people that have been like doing that consistently. Alright, verse 23. Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. Alright, I will make known my words unto you. Because I have called, and you refuse, I have stretched out mine hand, and no man regarded. But ye have set at naught all my counsel, and would none of my reproof. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. Alright, so, alright, and that's what's happening. Like you have, and it was mainly like Ephraim that was shot up in that, that gay club in Florida. Alright, so, alright, that's judgment. Alright, because that's violation of Leviticus 20 and 13. What do you expect to happen? Alright, the Most High sends, puts a spirit, whether it was a false flag or whatever, or whether or not it really happened. Alright, it's all pushing forward that that agenda, with martial law. And of course, like I'm not a fan of guns. I even heard one of the there was an old video of someone in the main camp. It's like the really like tall like Gadite. He said like you should just have faith and just throw your gun in the river. Like alright, anyway, like it's not like every, you know, there are a lot of people who don't like need to have guns, but if you think about it, like as far as like a police force is pretty much, like by definition it's just a fucking like it's a standing army. Alright, and like if you look at it like from just like looking at like the history of like certain amendments and all that, and like they like Esau, he just like weaseled his way. It's just like for them to have more control and oppression over even their own people. Alright, with the thing like they're taking firearms away, alright, and still keeping theirs. So how do you expect that to go? Alright, but alright, judgment's taking place.